Well, here's the next project. I decided I'm going to keep this saw for myself. It's an oldie. It's an 064 electronic quick stop. No way. It's actually not in that bad of shape. It's got good bones. The backstory with this saw came to me complete. The guy was selling a 288 XP. I believe it ran or almost ran or something. I got it cheap enough. I didn't really care either way. But I got that saw home and I forget what I did. I put a new top end on it. And I started it up in my garage. Ran great. Put bar oil in it. Went to make some cuts. And it started smoking like crazy. So I ended up doing a vacuum pressure test. Something I should have done right away. This was probably a year ago. And turns out it had a crack in the crankcase. And it wasn't this one. It was that 288. It had a small crack in the crankcase. It was leaking into the bar oil area. And I ended up having to get a new crankcase half, so I rebuilt the whole saw. It ended up being real nice. Actually, one of my viewers has that saw now. So with that, the guy told me, oh, I also have this 372 and this 064, neither run. I've talked about that 372 before. I bought both, brought the 372 home and thought, oh, what a great buy. Well, the crankcase half ended up being junk. Most of the parts on it were junk. Whoever threw it together had no idea what they were doing. And that was a terrible buy, honestly. Well, actually, so the 064, he still wanted it, but he couldn't get it to run. So I bring it home. First thing I noticed is it was completely locked up. I was like, well, that's weird. Turns out he had put the wrong screw in right here, bolt, and it was hitting the flywheel, so it got stuck. So it's like, okay, well, that was an easy fix. So then I go to vacuum pressure test it, and it wouldn't hold any pressure at all. So I dig deeper, and I find out, oh, there's a big hole in the crankcase. So I tell him what I find. I tell him, after I buy the parts for it and the cost of labor for me, this is simply just to rebuild it, not even to port it. I think I had just started porting when I picked this stuff up, like just started. And then he asked me, well, how much do you want to give me if you just want to hold on to it? So I think I ended up paying him $200 for it, which wasn't too bad. Like I said, it came to me complete. It's got good bones. Clearly, it's an old saw. It's been used, but everything's here. The top end's good. I mean, I need a flashlight. I mean, that's the big thing. The top end is great looking. Looks very good. Other than that, which if you look at it, it broke from the inside out. So something was in there, got caught in the weights on the crank, and, well, it exploded. But it's a full saw. I was the one who took it apart. Look at this old HD filter. That's kind of neat. It's not too bad. This actually wasn't from it. I threw this in here because I took the one that I had on it for a customer. It was a little bit better than this. I don't think this is the original 064 muffler, honestly. I'd be surprised if the 064 had a baffle like that on the inside, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But this is the muffler that came on it, so I guess. I don't know. I got a line on a new crankcase half, not new, a good crankcase half. I got the parts in my eBay cart I'm going to need, most of them so far. I need bearings, seals, impulse line, fuel line, and I'll show you something. The guy I got these saws from, I think he did a little bit of arborist work at his job, and he was a chainsaw hack. it's steel, it's pricey. Look at this fuel line, what he did here. So he put the wrong molded fuel line in there, and then thought, oh, I'll just connect him with that little splice thing there. Throw a zip tie around it, and that'll work. And it did, but it's just ridiculous stuff like that. It's gonna clean up. It's gonna be a decent looking 064. So, like I said, I need bearings, seals, gaskets, impulse line, fuel filter, spark plug, piston rings, a AV mount. I think that's about it. Yeah, I think that's it. And I'm not, you know, my last couple projects I got done pretty quick. I'm going to take my time on this. I built, you know, like 3 saws in relatively short amount of time recently. So I'm going to take this apart, make it real clean, like I always do. And get the parts going in the meantime. Get that crankcase half coming my way. Ooh, that's a... I think that'll be alright. Yeah, it doesn't seem weak. So yeah, that's the next project, 064. And like I said, reason I want to do the 064 right now is I'm on this steel kick right now. You know, I did the 066, I did a 660, I did the 461, I did a 460 not long before all those. I did an 044 not too far before that. And in between there, I've done just a couple of Huskies. So I feel like I'm just on this steel kick right now. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that rolling. And like I said, I'm going to keep it. Oh, and here's that handle, which I originally was going to put on that 461, but I actually figured out it doesn't fit on a 461. Still waiting on the grip material. At least that's all ready to go already. Oh, I'm going to buy a new clutch cover. I'm going to buy that same aftermarket clutch cover I did on the last build. I liked that a lot. I originally was going to sell this saw, and then I was going to turn this 6401 into a 7900, whatever variation of it is the newest, 7910 maybe, or I don't know. I really like these Makita saws. These are good saws. Pro grade saws. Put a different top end on it, make it into a 79cc saw, and they pour it great. I was originally going to keep this, put a full wrap on it, and keep this, and this would be my bigger timber falling saw. Not like I really ever do that, but every now and then you need a saw to drop a tree. I was originally going to keep that, but I like the last steels that I've built, and so I decided I wanted to keep it for myself. So I'm going to keep the 064. I'm going to build that Makita and then eventually sell that. And then I got my larger firewood saw right there. I've got my little limbing saw right there. And then I've got my top handle Echo in the back. Plus, you know, I got these old vintage big dogs here. So I think that'll be all the saws I ever need.